In this X post, Whitney Webb says, "Really disappointing that Tucker Carlson would invite me on his show twice to discuss Epstein. I had to decline because I currently can't travel to the US because I'm on maternity leave. And when his team declined to do a remote interview with me recently, they then platform somebody who repeats a complete brazen lie and smear that I cribbed Ryan Dawson's research without evidence. I've responded to Ryan's, at Rye Liberty, lies multiple times over the years, and he has never provided a shred of evidence and has even admitted to others that I didn't take his research and that he only accused me of that because I got more media attention than he did around the time his YouTube channel was deleted." Ryan has been making these claims from behind a block for several years now. The only people who actually think my work was taken from Ryan's are people that either are fans of Ryan and have never read my book or work, and or people who don't like me for another reason. Any serious look into my work and his work reveals that they couldn't be more different, and that the only real difference is that Ryan discussed the Epstein case before I did, which is true. People like at Nick Bryant and at D-Bros Live Free also covered the case well before me, but know that my research is original, valuable, and very different from Ryan's. I again challenge Ryan and now Daryl Cooper at Martyrmaid, a former Pentagon employee, to provide evidence that I took anything from Ryan without citation. I have covered numerous aspects of the Epstein case and a litany of other topics that Ryan has never covered even once, and to act like all of my hard work is somehow his, without any evidence, on such a large platform is defamatory and also sloppy. In this X post, Whitney Webb says, "Here is one old tweet where I responded to Ryan's claims. Also, it's worth noting that Ryan has been financed by the Tate brothers and has accused several people of plagiarism over the years, with no evidence, because there are certain topics, the Epstein case included, that he has decided belong to him, and that anyone else who talks or writes about them must pay homage to him in some way." In this X post, Whitney Webb says, "I can't help but wonder if Daryl Cooper, who is followed by J.D. Vance and David Sachs, and who is promoted by Elon Musk, may have taken this stance so publicly, given that I have been very critical of Peter Thiel, Vance's benefactor and Sachs' former employer, and Musk, and one of the few people who has discussed for years the Thiel-Epstein and Thiel-Musk ties. Pretty sure Ryan doesn't cover these points, or the full extent of the Trump-Epstein ties for that matter, or author major investigations into Thiel-owned businesses like Palantir. Cooper has also platformed Curtis Yarvin, who has been criticized in a few articles I have published, the most recent of which was written by A.T. in this together. In this X post, Whitney Webb says, "New. The story of Flavio Briatore, Italy's Donald Trump, and close friend of the president, and the connections that led to him and his former fiancée, Naomi Campbell, being included in Jeffrey Epstein's Black Book." From unlimitedhangout.com, in this last X post, Whitney Webb says, "This article is the first in a series that will examine close friends and associates of the current president who also boast considerable connections to Jeffrey Epstein and or his best-known accomplice Ghislaine Maxwell, including one who currently serves in an important post in the Trump administration. While some have posited that Trump himself may be significantly implicated in the Epstein scandal, a possibility worth considering. This series aims to show that these longtime Trump pals could also be part of the motivation for the administration's dramatic about-face on the release of most Epstein documents. The silence is cracking. Whitney Webb's return marks a turning point in the public conversation around Epstein, one backed by documented investigations and now unapologetic confrontation. With her new series underway and more revelations on the horizon, the question is no longer if names will be exposed, but when. Stay tuned. SIM swap fraud is sweeping the globe, and your mobile security is at risk. Switch to Ifani and lock out SIM swap fraud and get the most elite mobile protection in the world. Ifani guarantees 100% protection from SIM swaps backed by a $5 million insurance policy. Stay secure with reliable coverage, free international roaming, and unlimited data. Trust Ifani to keep your communications and assets secure. Get military-grade protection, 24/7 concierge service, and a hassle-free upgrade. Click the link below for $150 off. Thanks for watching. Help support this channel and receive exclusive offers from one of our partners located in the description. We'll see you on the next one.